So, Pokemon Legends Arceus has officially been leaked. I was gonna say officially been released, but the game doesn't release until a few more days from now, but like officially been leaked. And I'm not going to talk much about the leaks or show any pictures in this video because I kind of don't want to do that. I would prefer if anyone, if anyone ever saw the leaks and wanted to come to this video so I could just talk about it, that's perfectly fine. But I personally won't be showing any pictures and whatnot out here because I don't like being responsible for leaks and whatnot. I mean, I have leaked things that are not Pokemon related in the past, but I feel like this should be an experience that everyone should at least, do on their own. And I'm just going to, just talk about the Pokemon rather than just showing images. I don't want to, get in that way. So as we know, there are obviously Hisuian regional variants for certain Pokemon. Now, I will say this, and I think I can actually, break my silence on saying this, is that the Pokédex seemingly has 242 Pokemon that are already available. And that's actually kind of pretty big. That's bigger than I thought it'd be. I figured it's going to be a lot smaller. I thought it was going to be at least, maybe around the 200 range, lower than that, maybe. I don't know. But 242 is actually pretty manageable. Now, I'm going to talk about what Pokemon are in there. But I will talk about some regional variants because, there's some regional variants for the starter Pokemon, Rowlet obviously evolves into Dartrix, which evolves into Decidueye. Decidueye has a Hisuian variant. Cyndaquil, who evolves into Quilava, who evolves into Typhlosion. Typhlosion has a regional variant. And obviously Oshawott, who evolves into Dewott, who evolves into Samurott. Samurott has a regional variant. Now, in my personal opinion, and this is only out to those who've seen these variants before, I don't particularly hate any of them. There are some I don't dig, like Avalugg. Again, I won't show it on the screen because I'm trying to prevent, people not coming after me and all that junk. But the Avalugg is probably one of the one Pokemon I just don't like, but the other regional variants seem fine to me. They're not anything crazy or out there or spectacular or anything. They seem fine. They're not gonna be variants that are blow my mind. Honestly, I never found a regional variant of a Pokemon actually just freaking oh my god, they totally did, no way. But I like them here. I mean, considering we get a new variant every new Pokemon game, either it being just a regional variant or stuff like that, I don't even care at this point. Plus, I feel like with these regional variants, I feel like we're just going to get the original Pokemon anyway and feel like, oh yeah, how Growlithe's here? I feel like the base regular form of Growlithe's going to be in the game. They did that same thing with previous Pokemon games, you can just catch the original variants of those Pokemon. I just hope it doesn't, require you to go a roundabout way. I just hope there's an option. If someone wants a Hisuian Growlithe, maybe they can catch a regular Growlithe, or maybe, I don't know. I just want that to be an option that's available rather than people just, forcing to catch these Pokemon if they don't want it. But, hell if I know. But I would definitely say that I'm okay with all these Pokemon. Now, the main few that have been making the rounds were the Lord Pokemon, aka the new Palkia and Dialga looking Pokemon. And a lot of people hate them. A lot of people hate these new Palkia and Dialga forms. And I can't personally say I hate them. They do look pretty off when you think about it, especially Dialga. Now, Dialga looks kind of similar to his original self, provided it has a big lodge in its throat now, and it looks a little different, looks a little lower quality, but I feel like they're going to fix that up once the game actually does officially come out, with a day one patch or whatever. I think my favorite is actually Palkia. I'm not gonna lie. I never really dug Palkia's design, but seeing it as a goddamn horse now, just seeing Palkia as a freaking horse kills me. I don't know why. It's the way it looks, and I just can't help but like it. I feel like Palkia is probably my favorite looking out of all these new regional variant Pokemon. Well, I mean, I guess I can't really call Palkia a regional variant, I guess. They're titled Lord Pokemon. Some of these Pokemon are just split into various categories. We get the Hisuian Pokemon, we get new evolutions, stuff like that. And what gets me about that is there's some Hisuian Pokemon that have different evolutions. For example, there's a Quillfish. Quillfish has a regional variant of a Quillfish, and it can evolve into a Pokemon called Overquill. And that's not technically a regional variant because Quillfish didn't have an evolution before. And there's also Sneasel. There's a Hisuian Sneasel who evolves into a Pokemon called Sneasler. Stuff like that. And I kind of like this idea. I mean, granted, it's not the first time Pokemon's done that before because it's done that in games like Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield. So fair enough. But I'm just saying that I like this idea. But honestly, I don't really find Pokemon I outright hate. Like, a lot of people are like always online saying I hate these Pokemon. You know, I just kind of don't. I just kind of blank out Pokemon fans these days because everyone just gets on my nerves. Not gonna lie, it's always the same thing. We hate this, we hate that, we hate this, we hate that. Like, it's always the same thing looping back and forth, back and forth. But personally, I'm okay with the way Pokemon looks. And the game itself, now I haven't watched any leaks about the game, like the actual gameplay or what's happening in the game. I haven't seen anything about that because honestly, not that many people have any videos out there about it yet. It's mostly the Pokemon people are talking about. So I've only seen like, you know, small snippets of what the game looks like, but I haven't seen like, you know, any exploration or mission stuff or like, you know, any of that stuff yet. All I know is from what people have written online. I haven't actually seen any kind of video footage of these Pokemon yet. So I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like I should have made this video a little later, but I feel like it's perfect now just in case I learn anything new later that I can maybe make a nerd towards another video once Legend Arceus officially does come out. Because I plan to make a video about that too. So yeah, there's that. But my hype for Legends Arceus is not as high as it used to be. Normally, I get hyped for every new Pokemon game that comes out, but you know, while I don't have problems with the franchise, there are some like you know, I have some issues with it. I love Pokemon, and I just don't get hype over these games anymore. Not like I used to when I was younger. I just say, hey, new Pokemon game coming out, awesome! I'll totally get it if I can. Diamond and Pearl, like Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I avoided getting those games specifically, mostly because they are like, normally I would like to give every new Pokemon game that comes out. You know, every new Pokemon game comes out, every new secondary variant, you know, like, you know, maybe it's like an upgraded variant or it's the third version. I totally get that if I can, but I didn't want to get Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl because it didn't really change too much outside the original Diamond and Pearl, right? And I would probably get it if I was able to, but you know, Pokemon games really don't go on sale, and it's a Nintendo Pokemon game. You know, like it's Nintendo plus Pokemon means you're never going to get a good sale on these games, right? So I'm avoiding getting Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, honestly, because I'm waiting on Legends Arceus because I know that game will be at least different enough to warrant a purchase, and I do want to, you know, buy it and play it. And I love Pokemon, and I definitely want to try this new game. So I want to know what they're going to do with it, how is it going to be. Honestly, I feel like I'm going to have a fun time anyway, regardless of, you know, maybe, because not every Pokemon game is flawless or anything like that. They do have certain issues, and you know, people already on Twitter and YouTube and whatnot make their feelings known. Fair enough. I kind of just started blanking out people because I kind of want to like wait for the game to come out and stuff like that, and my own opinions to form. Yeah, that's what I feel about these regional variants. While a ton of other people hate them, I personally do not hate them. I don't hate these new forms. I don't hate these what Palkia and Dialga look like. Honestly, they also showed the regional variant of Typhlosion, and despite a lot of people hating this design, I really love Typhlosion, and I think my love for the Pokemon really loves its regional form. So I like Typhlosion, awesome Pokemon, and I want to see what its new variant is going to, you know, handle, like what they're going to do with its fire powers. It's a fire and ghost type now, so I definitely want to see what they're going to do with that. That's actually pretty crazy, and I definitely want to know what's going to what they're going to do with this game. Honestly, you know, it's not the open world Pokemon game a lot of people want it. It's like, I heard it's semi open world, you know, like there's like, it's like big zones but are segmented off in other zones, stuff like that. Like I want to use like Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I haven't played the game really, so I'm trying to think of like the closest game I could think of to, like, you know, big segmented zones that you can go off into other zones. Like they're not completely infinitely open world, stuff like that. But still, even if it's not, I'm still actually pretty hyped for the game because I feel like, you know, might be a shakeup for the formula of Pokemon. You know, it's different enough to, you know, warrant, say, hey, yeah, we could play this game. You know, have a lot of fun, you know, whatnot. And I want to see what's going to happen, you know, like what they're going to do, what people's opinions on it, because I haven't heard any, like, despite the game being leaked, I haven't heard anyone talk about like the gameplay itself or anything like that. So I don't know. So I feel like that's something I'm going to have to give like a big opinion on once the game comes out. I only know like certain things, like, oh, they say the EXP share is carrying over, which I honestly don't care about. You know, stuff like that. I seen what the battles look like. I seen, you know, you're running around avoiding Pokemon. I seen all that junk. So I want to know if there's more to the game. I wonder how this game's gonna, work without like, what you call it, a gym system, because in Pokemon Sun and Moon, they kind of changed that up. It's like, okay, you get these totem Pokemon, you got to complete these trials and, do all that crap. And it kind of essentially felt like gym leaders. I mean, hell, if you put up all the totem Pokemon and the trial Pokemon, and the trial battles, it kind of feels like you're going through gyms again somewhat. So I want to know how Brilliant Diamond Shine Pearl's progression is going to be. Like, I don't know if like all the main bad guys are going to be just Pokemon, which would be actually kind of interesting of all the like the main true villains. But like, we don't know if there's like a villainous team. For as I'm aware, I don't understand if there's like a villainous team. We don't have any kind of gym system yet because this is ancient Sinnoh, so we don't have any gyms yet. There's also the whole Rotom phone deal. Someone did bring up a leak that like the game is set. Like it's like basically what it says is like, okay, you from Diamond and Pearl have time traveled to the past to essentially be your own ancestor. And well, I have no idea what to say on that because I only heard small leaks and whatnot. I don't know what to think because there's so much I don't know, and I feel like that's okay for now. Because I don't want the entire game leaked to me, And I feel like that's literally unreasonable if someone did leak the entire game. And like, I could obviously avoid leaks, but I have that itchy feeling where I just want to read up everything about a game. I can't help that shit. That's why I'm making this video now, because I just couldn't help it and looked up leaks. Couldn't help it. But I'm not going to spoil designs or anything like that. I just want to talk a little bit about the game and what my hopes and expectations are for it. I'm not expecting this game to resonate with everyone because Pokemon fans are jaded and pissed off and like just not fun to be around these days. And so I don't even like, talking about Pokemon that much because there's always that one person that comes in and just says dumb shit that I just do not want to deal with. Honestly, I don't like communicating with people within the not I can't say Pokemon fan base. There's some people these days, just people just want to hate on shit just to hate, I'm not going to sit here and be a blind fan of everything because, hell, there are a lot of problems that various video games do have. And if I ignore them, I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to myself because I'll just be glossing over issues that are there and are present. But I don't want to be constantly jaded and angry and pissy towards everything that comes out because I kind of want to have hope for something. Yeah, I have my expectations lower, but I don't want to just, be completely dismissive of something if I know I want to be interested in it. Brilliant Diamond Shine Pearl, I was interested in it, but I'm not going to buy the games, at least not anytime soon. There'll be something I might buy later down the line if I feel like it. But I feel like for Legends Arceus, it's a game that it's not exactly, I was, anything like jumping around the room going, yeah, I want to play. But I'm not going to sit here and just get angrier and pissier and more jaded towards every new trailer that comes out or every new Pokemon that comes out. I kind of want to have some hope for a game, you know what I mean? Because like, when you stop having hope for games, and especially like Pokemon is a series that's always brought me joy. It's always brought me joy in any form, like it's always been the adventure to catch these Pokemon, to make your team of your creation, to go throughout the region, battle their trainers, discover new Pokemon, discover new caves, cities, discover new people, all that stuff. It's the journey that honestly makes Pokemon for me. And that's what's been running high ever since, I was young. And I feel like Legends Arceus is going to be another good journey, even if there's maybe some things in the game I probably won't like, which, it does happen. I feel like it will still be a good game. I'm not going to be like some people out there who say, Pokemon Legends Arceus is going to suck so hard. All Pokemon games suck. Because they don't. They're not for everyone anymore because some people either outgrow them, they're not interested in the franchise anymore, they want to see some crazy change up that, damn well Game Freak is not going to pull off because they'll be unreasonable. Like, you can't please anyone anymore, You just can't please anyone anymore. And I know why people will want certain changes. I know why some people want, I know why some people don't like Pokemon and don't like the idea of Legend Arceus existing. I get it. But I just can't be like that, I just can't. I don't want to be like just so dismissive of Pokemon nowadays because like it hasn't done anything to me to completely turn me off the franchise, honestly. Like there's literally nothing. Like Pokemon would have to do something incredibly stupid. I mean, even with the National Dex shit and Sword and Shield, even that wasn't dumb to me in hindsight, because I know for a fact that, like, yeah, of course they were going to do that. Pokemon is, to me, Pokemon, the goddamn game. Of course they're not going to put them all in there. Duh. And they, even though it's starting to do DLC now, I'm like, I didn't like the idea of it having DLC, but I feel like that was a point in time we were going to come to. I mean, it's just how it is, you know? It's how the world we live in. As much as I hate it, it's just the shit we live in these days. But I do hope that Legends of Arceus at least brings some people to like the series again. You know, maybe it catches a crowd of people who like the game. I don't want, like, honestly, it's just every year it's always the same thing. You know, new Pokemon game comes out, bullshit, yelling, argument, saying saying Pokemon Company and Game Freak are trash, saying Nintendo's trash, all that shit. It's just so exhausting. But me, personally, I'm not gonna ignore the faults. Definitely not. I will make my voice known, but at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and make that, you know, not gonna let that ruin for me, you know? Pokemon haven't had anything that's ruined itself for me. Like, Pokemon, like, honestly, a Pokemon game would have to do something very counterintuitive to the game itself in order to ruin something. And I feel like Legends of Arceus is the perfect, at least, shake-up to that. You know, there's a lot of gameplay changes how you explore, new Pokemon variants, new Pokemon, like, new methods of catching Pokemon. So, it may not be the same tried-and-true formula Pokemon's always, you know, been, but I feel like this might be enough of a shake-up to at least warrant its existence. That's what I believe. Because Legends of Arceus is, like for what it feels like, of what I've seen of it, it's completely different from your average Pokemon game. And, you know, even, like, I feel like that's a good way of trying to go about things, at least for Game Freak's side. You know, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl were sticky points for certain people, and I've seen the entire game. Like, I don't own the game personally for myself, but I have obviously seen Let's Plays of it and seen people play it. And what people had issues with that game was it was too faithful to the original Diamond and Pearl, like really too faithful, right? And, you know, they didn't add most of the platinum changes, and I totally understand why people don't like those games. Like, I totally understand why people don't like those games, because Diamond and Pearl were rough games when they came out, and Platinum did a lot to change them into the games that people love to this day. And I feel like the idea of, like, you know, honestly, Game Freak wasn't the main team behind the remakes, but I mean, again, you're not going to be able to please everyone, in my opinion. You know, like, I feel like, you know, the Diamond and Pearl remakes were something that tied people over until Legends of Arceus came out, and I understand that, you know, maybe not everyone's going to be like, you know, a remake of Diamond and Pearl, not everyone who've played those games in the past are going to be the same people who play these games now. I mean, every new Pokemon game is made with the idea of, like, yeah, there's brand new fans coming into this game, right? There's brand new fans coming into this game. They do that every single game. Hell, Let's Go brought in a lot of fans just on that idea. Sword and Shield, hell, Brilliant. A bunch of people I haven't seen play Pokemon forever bought Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and they played it all the way to completion and had fun with it and beat it. So, like, you know, I feel like with Legends of Arceus, it's going to bring in a whole new host of Pokemon fans, you know, young and old. That's what I believe. And I like to believe that because, you know, Pokemon is a great series in my opinion. It has a lot of stumbles, and honestly, there's more that can be done with it. But I can't sit here and say that it doesn't have any problems, because it does. Like, honestly, it does. Like, honestly, for me personally, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl really should have, you know, went off the skew and did more platinum stuff. I honestly believe they should have went the Alpha, Sapphire, and Omega Ruby route, where they, you know, they'll have the game, they'll have, you know, added stuff like Mega Evolution, maybe new Mega Evolutions, right? And new things that are platinum content related, and then add all the Distortion World stuff, or the major, maybe more lore for Giratina at the very end of the game, right? Like what they did with the Delta episode of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I feel like they should have done something like that, but it's pretty much a one-for-one remake, nearly a one-for-one remake of the original Diamond and Pearl, which, again, people like Platinum more than Diamond and Pearl. So honestly, I feel like it could have been a Diamond and Pearl remake, but, like, add all the things that made it, you know, feel like Diamond and Pearl, but, like, the good parts of it from Platinum. That's what I believe. But, you know, Legends of Arceus, different game. I want to see what they do with it. I want to see, you know, what they're going to do with Arceus, what lore they're going to bring for the Pokemon, you know, how this old region of Sinnoh was, like before. Everything's changed. But yeah, I just gotta wait and see. Honestly, I can't judge an entire game on its own with just leaks. I have to physically hold the game in my hands. And granted, I did say that Diamond and Pearl remix. I don't own those games, so I have seen Let's Plays of it, and technically I can't give my full judgment until I've played those games handily. But considering they're really just like Diamond and Pearl, and I have played Diamond and Pearl to death back in the day, it's a weird thing to think about. It's a weird thing to think about. No one honestly can't upload videos of Legends Arceus on YouTube because, of course, Nintendo would see it and take it down. So there's that. But I'm just sitting here waiting and giving my full thoughts and opinions on when that actually happens. And I definitely want to know, what's going to happen, because it's weird to say. It's weird to say that I can't not have hope for this game. Like, honestly, I want to see when this game comes out, and I want to see what's going to happen. I want to see if anyone's going to like it. And I want to see, like, how they're going to handle the idea of, like, gyms being excluded and stuff like that. Like, I feel like, again, this is a shakeup, And, there's also people ragging on about graphics, and, the Switch should be able to do better than this, honestly. For me personally, Pokemon graphics, to me, I honestly don't give a shit about graphics, As long as the game plays fine, the game could look pretty much like anything. As long as the game doesn't look too ugly, you know what I mean? But I honestly don't care about graphics, to be honest. If a game looks good, yeah, it's awesome. But personally for me, if the game's still fun and it still looks manageable, honestly don't care. I honestly don't give a shit. But like, I hate those graphics people so much. They're always the same shit. Like, honestly, it boils down to the whole thing. It's like, you don't want to play the game, just don't buy it. Simple as that. If you want to buy it and judge it on your own merits, you're perfectly fine to do that. It's your money, your opinions. I can't help that. It's other people's opinions. But at the same time, I'm just like, ugh. I mean, it's just like people who make that their constant thing just to rag on shit. I mean, it gets old, and I don't like. There are also the people who shill something to death. That also gets old. Like, we have to take a middle ground. If you like Pokemon Legends Arceus or any other games, that's perfectly fine. If you don't like the games, that's perfectly fine too. But, I honestly don't think that people should just make that everything, Like, if you don't like the game, you should just don't like the game, say your piece, maybe make a YouTube video about it, move on. And I already know that Legends Arceus and, like, every other Pokemon game that's come out for a while now is not going to be met with favorable reviews. Yeah, it's going to be, like, critically successful because this is Pokemon, of course it is, but, like, fan opinions and all that junk is more likely going to be mixed because it happens all the time. People with Pokemon kind of treat how Sonic's been doing. Sonic has been a series that's had certain games that hasn't been too well, and and that's what people treat Pokemon like these days. And I feel like that's kind of really bad because Pokemon has never really had a bad game. Some people call Sword and Shield a bad game. It's not a bad game, and again, that's my opinion, but it's not a bad game. Like, honestly, like you can't look me not to me. Pokemon Sword and Shield is a terrible game. Like, no. Like, Pokemon Let's Go is not a terrible game. They're just games that people just don't dig for one reason or another. Either for, how Let's Go kind of, people call it dummied down for children, or how Sword and Shield killed the National Dex and the story and all that junk. I get these are issues, but like, these are issues that really don't affect the entire game for me. Because if they did, yeah, it'd be like a very problematic game. Like, if these issues were so bad that the game just was ruined for me in general, then I have an issue for it. But anyway, yeah, I think that's my thoughts on Pokemon Legends Arceus so far. I can't really say much because, again, the game hasn't come out yet, and I gotta wait till the game does come out for me to talk more about it. But all I can say right now is I'm willing to get it if I'm able to, right? I'm willing to get it. I'm willing to play it. I'm willing to have fun with it. And I'm ready for the game to come out, really, too. Because, like, I hate waiting. Waiting is not something I'm good at, but, I have a choice to wait. I legit have a choice to wait. And when this video's uploaded, obviously 9 more days from the recording of this video until Pokemon Legends Arceus comes out. So literally a week and 2 days. So I'm pretty hyped. And yeah, I will be looking at leaks. I won't be making any more videos talk about leaks at all. The next video I will be making on Legends Arceus will either be on its launch day or when I finish the game, it's proper if I buy it, right? So I think that's all I gotta say. I'm sorry I ran this video off too long. I apologize. See you all next time. Hope you all have a great day. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you. This is a really long and probably boring video for many of you. So without further ado, I'll see you all next time. Peace, everyone. And I hope you all have a great day.